great delight in the working out hard problems, and when any answers puzzled him, he would keep studying until questions puzzled him, and he would keep studying until he found the sort of answer.
Medford Elementary Principal Dan Miller explains our journey with scientific learning and its products.
It didn't actually start with Reading Assistant, it started with Fast for Word and aerobics and a number of other programs. And our goal in those programs was to find something else in addition to the pull-out support that we're providing. So we had our universal instruction, we had our pull-out support, whether that was through foundations or SOAR reading or whatever curriculum material we were using. But then we wanted that extra components to get a double dose or a triple dose, if you will. That's when we started looking for those other programs that kids could do more fluency or letter fluency, sound fluency, any of that sort of stuff. So we ended up coming across Reading Assistant as a way to do our reading fluency for our kids in 2nd and 3rd grade or 3rd and 4th grade that were just needing some more time on task reading fluently. And so we liked the idea of Reading Assistant because it was highlighting words, showing groups. The groups started small initially, got larger as they went on to be more fluent readers. It recorded it, it gave us information as to how kids were progressing, and it was by ability level.
We've got kids coming before school, we've got kids coming after school, we take kids out of study hall, we take kids out of their reading intervention block. We've got multiple ways, and we found out that recipe of having multiple options has been the best way to find ways to serve all kids, because not one size does not fit all on that deal. Decision rules that we use for entrance into Reading Assistant. Primarily in 5th and 6th grade, we look for students that are under the 20th percentile in words correct read per minute. And that's measured on the Ames Web curriculum-based measures for fluency. So like in 5th grade, for example, that's about 95 words correct per minute. In 6th grade is around 110. So that gives us a pretty good guideline on what we're looking for.
Medford's decision rules state that kids have to reach the 50th percentile in fluency in order to exit Reading Assistant. Although kids make gains in their fluency, many times the jump from the 20th to the 50th percentile is too great for kids, proving that no program will fix kids, but Reading Assistant will help students improve their fluency.
But to get them to the 50th percentile, it's too big a jump. 20th percentile is right around 90, and the 50th percentile is 100, and at the end of the year is 153.
So you have to go from 90 to 153. So most of your kids come in, they're at 90 words per minute or less.
Some of them have going in at 60.
And in order to get them out, which our decision rule is 50%,
which is 150. Which for kids that go in when they're at a rate of 60 or 70 words correct per minute, that's a double or over double the rate. That's a pretty tall order. Now, do we see kids going from 70, 90 words correct per minute to 120 and become good functional readers? Absolutely.
Both of our principals agreed that the best success we've found is to pair Reading Assistant with other programs in order to give kids a whole reading experience.
We have students in Reading Assistant now that are true fluency deficient. They have a low rate, but they're accurate decoders. And we have some testing that we give kids to determine if they're slow, accurate decoders or slow, inaccurate decoders, because those are two different problems. And if they're slow, inaccurate decoders, then we put them in decoding programs to teach them those skills to decode accurately. And then in conjunction with those decoding skills, we've placed those kids into Reading Assistant if they meet the decision rules to be entered into those programs. And we found that teaching them the proper decoding skills coupled with fluency has gotten, those are the best results we've seen in terms of kids being able to increase their reading rate. That's been very good, very positive.
Success as, is it truly just reading assistant? It's because we're throwing a number of things. We're throwing classroom instruction, we're throwing pull-out instruction, and then that fluency measure. So I think it just creates a nice package. Not only are we working on the specific skills, but we're giving them time on task just to read, and we're recording that. And so we see their scores going up. We see kids working to get that 90% or whatever their goal is for fluency on that particular passage. And so I think to measure success is really, I think our overall intervention program has been successful, and that is a contributing factor to that.